Hi everyone, it is my pleasure to present our paper entitled Vulnerable by Design, Rethinking Actor Location and Agency in National Innovation Ecosystems. This is a collaborative paper and three institutions have collaborated: the University of Rwanda, Rwanda Polytechnics, and the University College London. Specifically on this paper, I collaborated with Parfait Yongabo from the Rwanda Polytechnic, and I am Anne-Marie Kagwesage presenting, and I'm from the University of Rwanda. In terms of context, this presentation draws on the stakes plus project and the ISIS project. We explore the roles and locations of SGCs together with the nature of contemporary innovation ecosystems in case study countries. And our case studies fall mainly within the Sub-Saharan Africa, Southern and Western Africa. We provide recommendations for ways to support innovation ecosystems facilitation at and beyond country level. And we also strive to address gaps, challenges, and blockages, and focusing on building on existing strengths. In terms of the conception of this paper, we departed from the fact that policymakers and other actors in innovation systems have seen that the pandemic has exposed many underlying challenges. In different countries, they have been trying to address challenges through innovation processes, which necessitated the need to rethink the organization and deployment of different systems. Many contextual realities are coming to the fore, and these are, for example, the confirmation of the complexity of systems that affect cross-national interactions, and the limitation of traditional models of change and impact. So then for this paper, where was our focus? We mainly sought to better understand the range of existing innovation ecosystem support interventions and programs in case study countries. We also wanted to get insight on how to improve innovation systems performance in these different countries. We took a wide approach to innovation ecosystems, and we explicitly included work beyond digital and financial sectors and innovation. We mainly focused on innovation ecosystems and support to identify best practices, gaps, and opportunities in order to design potential interventions to improve ecosystem facilitation mechanisms. We explored collaboration and partnership opportunities for cross-national, regional, and global development partnership and stakeholders. Departing from our focus, we've explore the findings that emerged from the different research that we carried out through the different projects. So in terms of findings, we see that leveraging on inter-SGCs networking and partnership and cross-national collaborations opportunities revealed to be very important in order to reach the SDGs targets. For example, trainings and technical support activities aimed at creating opportunities for greater interaction between different SDGs were prioritized, and they contributed a lot in the SDGs mandates. Again, we see partnership through regional and annual meetings of SGCI, and such meetings presented very good opportunities for networking purposes. Again, we see networking SGCs that went beyond just attending the regional and annual meetings to include also other knowledge exchange activities that brought SGCs together. For example, the different learning visits organized by CTAs were also other opportunities to network, to collaborate, and to learn from one another. Again, we found that expertise shared in regional and annual forums used to improve the operations of different SGCs. Still in findings and leveraging on collaboration, we found that strengthening collaboration and learning from successful peers through sharing knowledge and insights from various programs also presented opportunities to learn and improve on different SGCs practices. We found that SGCs learned how to work with others to implement joint projects in the context of peer learning and peer support, and which led to overall collaboration. Again, in terms of findings, we also noted the influence and impact of SGCs as part of the overall national science ecosystem. Of course, SGCs are divergent in nature, and some specific structural and locational dimensions differentiate different SGCs depending on their location and their agencies and mandate. But generally, we see engagements and uptake of knowledge products that tend to be dominated by the specific missions of different SGCs in their different national science systems. Based on the above mentioned findings, we also noted different conclusions and recommendations. In terms of conclusions, we note that we conclude that SGC location matters just as the geographical proximity matters. Also, the history matters. In terms of SGC location, we found that we conclude that an SGC located within the national institution ecosystem and science ecosystem has an impact on its autonomy. Again, in terms of geographical proximity, we conclude that cross country collaborations we are seeing among countries are very often possible when countries are geographically close. In terms of history, we conclude that different collaborations and relations exist between different countries because there are some historical ties and events that include and tie together those countries, especially like when they share a common language, common working language, or any other historical ties. So with all this, we recommend that facilitating mechanisms and activities should be in place to support and afford the SGCs to work together and reach their mandate. Well, after the conclusions, we acknowledge the support and funding of SGCI and partners, IDRC, NRF, CIDA, FCDO. We also acknowledge our partnership and our different institutions, University College London, Rwanda Polytechnic, and the University of Rwanda, the leadership and different colleagues. We also acknowledge respondents who gave us information for this research, either from SGCs, SGCI, and the broader innovation ecosystem.